So with school starting and all, some of you are already in school. I start school on Monday. I just figured I would do a planner video because I like to stay organized during school, and my way of staying organized is writing it down, putting it in my phone, which I have an iPhone, and then I have a MacBook Pro, so it goes to both in the calendar, but I feel like I can write down more. So my planner, my Filofax A5 Classic, is my go-to organizing tool because I can make lists, I can do things that I can't necessarily do all in one spot on my phone. So I really like this for more detailed planning, and when I'm just blocking out certain times and things like that, I use my iCal on my phone that goes to my laptop too. So I'm going to give you an overview of this today, and then part 2 of this video will be a video on how I use iCal in relation to this. So check that out when you get the chance. Okay, first off, let's get started by looking at the outside. This planner is from Filofax. I'll go ahead and link down below their website so you guys can check out their own. This is the A5 size, and it's called a Classic. It's all real leather, and it's really nice. It's not too soft and flimsy, so when I open it up, it's still stiff enough to write on, like, comfortably, but it also bends if I wanted to. So it's really awesome. I like their leather. It's got nice stitching up in front for some detail and a snap buckle to close it in. So the front and the outside is very pleasing, and it's functional as well, so I really like that. Okay, when you open up the Filofax, it's really awesome because this company allows you to really do a lot of customizing in here, and that's a big tool for me because if I'm not inspired to use my planner, then I won't use it. So it's got to be something that I want to look at and something that I enjoy touching and using. So I really like how I can make this planner however I want. So it's pretty awesome for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you this inside part right here. These are little card holders, so if you were to use this for a wallet, I've heard of a lot of people who do, you can put in your different credit cards, business cards, things like that, but I just use it for sticky note organization, and then I have these little tabs in this bigger pocket down here. So it's really nice for that reason, since I also use a wallet and I don't use this. Over here they have a zip pouch, which could be used for money or anything like that. It pulls out not very much, so it's hard to get things in there. I don't keep a lot in there. Right now I think I have some stamps, so things that I don't often have to grab go inside the pocket, and also inside this slot right here. I have some name tags and a hole punched envelope. So it's really hard to reach in these two sections, but I'm not using those very often, so that's not a big deal for me. If you flip to the back, it comes with a pad, a slot that you could use. It comes with a slot that you could use for a pad. I recently just ran out of the Filofax brand padded paper, and I didn't want to pay the price that they have. It's Filofax is often very pricey, and so I didn't want to pay the amount that they have to get a whole new thing, so I just went to Staples and bought a 12-pack of their little pads here for only like $7, and I got 12 of these. So it fits really nicely, and it works just as great. So I just like keeping this pad back there for easy flipping too, and like taking notes and things like that. So that's the inside right there. I'm now gonna flip you around and push you down so that way you can see from the top, and you won't see my face anymore, and it won't be awkward holding this all around like this. So yeah. Okay guys, so here's a look from the top again and the back. I'll just give you another preview so you guys can see this. And then you open it up on the inside. And I already talked about this, but on this side I have these nice business card holders. It's on both sides are the business card holders. And I keep things like stuff about school that's important, my hair salon, different things that I don't really need in my wallet that I want to keep here and I don't want to lose. It's also the go-to spot for me to throw on some sticky notes that are important, things like list of things to do, list of my shopping list will go right up here. Stuff that I need to look at like as soon as I open the Filofax. So that's that. Okay, and now let's take a look at the tabs that I have. These tabs are customizable. Filofax just gives you these, and I think they're blank. Yeah, this one's blank. You get like 6 of them, and I took my label maker and made mine. This is monthly, daily, and I have projects. Back here, it's hiding. Is info, and then a blank one that I actually just use on the back to keep everything
nice and safe, unless I had something else I needed, but I don't. So when I labeled them, I made sure to label the front and the back. That way from this direction, if I'm working back here at the notepad, I can still see where the labels are and flip to them really easily. So let's take a look more at these front pages. I have my New Year's resolutions right here. It's something I want to see all the time because it's something I want to keep doing. And then this used to be my cover page before I got the business card holders. So this is a laminated, well, it's not laminated, it's got a piece of plastic over it, and then I taped this paper to it. So it used to be decorative. I don't really want to get rid of it, but it's not my cover page anymore. It's still nice to have, and it's not going to get ruined, so I keep it here just in case. Then we'll start with my monthly tab. I decorated all these tabs with magazine cutouts and things like that just for fun, to make it interesting and something I wanted to look at. And the monthly tab actually starts out with a yearly calendar. This is 2013 of January, so you can see how I organized this for school. I use this just to map out big assignments, tests like that, and I just put the class number like G206, W131. So only this I glance at when I need to see when I have something big due in the class, and I can see it from a whole year's view. This summer I used it to map a lot of my work schedule because I didn't have classes, but once school starts up again, I'll start using it as a place for me to put all my class stuff. So that's this huge yearly planner that I got from Filofax. Then starts the monthly page. I have this picture here hooked to the paper clip because I like the picture. And then I also have here a key for what my color coordinating is, even though I have it memorized now. But it pulls it back, and here we have our monthly view. Basically, the monthly view maps out like everything I have to do, but it doesn't go into specifics. I have things like Faith Fest, but I don't have a time. So I know something's going on that day, and if I want to see the time, I would go to my daily tab. So when classes start, I will also have those things from my yearly planner put onto these monthly pages, but it's easier sometimes to look at that yearly event and be able to see things. When I want to see things from month to month and week to week, I look at this. And then if you go to my daily tab, which is also decorated with things from magazines, and oh, these ants are stickers, stuff like that. I'll go to today's tab. I have this nice little ruler provided by Filofax in here. At first I wanted one to put into my monthly view calendar, but they line up at the exact same spot, and it's hard to grab the monthly and the daily separately, so I just use it on the daily because I'm flipping here most often. So these pages are called Day Per Page by Filofax. They have the time listed over here as well as a note section right here. So I map out what's going on. So I had to work at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and I draw a line for how long that's gonna last. And it's just a way for me to block out my time, and that works best for me. This is a shopping list, but that's not always how I use this. Let's flip to a page that shows. Okay, this is a good page. So I make lists of things I need to do, like pick up my paycheck or sweep, and I cross them off when I'm done. But sometimes I make a long list that fills up the whole page and I don't get it done. If I have things that I want to work ahead for school, like 2 days in advance, that I don't need to exactly get done today, I still write it down, and then if I don't get it done, I do something like this, and I put a bracket around it. I got this idea from Organize Like Jen, and I love her blog, so I'll put a link for that below as well. And you guys can go ahead and check that out because she describes it in much detail about how she just brackets them off and then she moves that to another day. So obviously I bracketed this off and made a list on another day later on. And when I completed it, I crossed it off on this page and the previous page. So let's go back to today. I have everything color coordinated. I use highlighting if it's important or if it's like another color, because sometimes like things like this welcome week stuff I have going on here at IU, some things are important to me, but some things aren't important to, it's just how I do it. But you gotta find your own way to color coordinate or to label things that makes you interested in it. And in my projects tab, I just have different things that are going on in my life. I can constantly change all the things. So they're all paper clipped off. So here's all the information I need to know about Welcome Week. I can make lists, I can put papers in here, I can do whatever I need. Then I have, oh, that's Welcome Week too. Then I have school, so like all the things I need to know about school, things to have about school, a blogging project, paper clips. So all my projects are back here. I don't get specific enough as to just put different tabs for each project, because then I feel like it's a little too cluttered and sometimes I never go to those tabs anyways. Then I have an information tab. I used to have this up front, but I thought that it was too personal to put near the front. If I were to lose this, people would know to flip to the information tab or find something like this. This is what is provided to you by Filofax. You can register it, and then if you lose it and somebody finds it, they just give that number and they can find out who it belongs to. But along with that, I made my own About Me page so people can easily find me to contact people if anything happens, things like that. So that's my About Me. You get some free pamphlet things about measurements and dates and things like that I just decided to keep from Filofax. Then I have this. It's called Do Not Enter. It's got personal information, things like passwords, stuff like that. I keep it in here, but I just kind of block it off and make it look like nobody can see it. And then finally is this blank tab that just kind of keeps everything all nice and put together, as well as my pad back here.
Okay guys, so that's my Filofax and how I briefly on how I use it for school and for organization. I really like it, and I encourage all of you guys to find a planner or find a way that you get organized and how you schedule out your life, because it really makes everything better. If I don't write things down, if I don't put them in my phone, I'm always forgetting them. So I love my Filofax for that. There's also different ways you can use your Filofax. There's I have a smaller Filofax that I use for a budget, and it's actually my wallet. So there's just so many things you can do with this binder because it's so customizable. So this is the A5 Classic. I'll have a link to the specific Filofax place where you can get this exact one if you'd like. Also remember to go check out my part 2 of this video, which is going to talk about how I use my Filofax in relation to my iCal on my phone and my laptop. So always remember, stay organized guys. I love you all. Peace out.